The Bhagavad Gita, often called the Gita, is a sacred Hindu scripture. Part of the epic Mahabharata, it's a dialogue between Prince Arjuna and his charioteer, Lord Krishna. Imagine a battlefield. Arjuna, facing a difficult battle, is filled with doubt and despair. He questions the meaning of duty and the purpose of life itself. Lord Krishna, a manifestation of God, guides Arjuna. He shares profound wisdom about the nature of reality, the self, and the path to liberation. The Gita's teachings are timeless, relevant to people of all backgrounds. It's a guidebook for navigating life's challenges and finding inner peace. The Gita's message is universal, transcending cultural and religious boundaries. Its teachings are about self-realization, duty, and devotion. This timeless text continues to inspire millions worldwide. It offers practical guidance for living a meaningful and fulfilling life. As we celebrate Janmashtami, the birth of Lord Krishna, let's delve into the Gita's wisdom. Each chapter offers profound insights into the human condition. We'll explore the essence of each chapter, simplifying its message for a modern audience. Imagine standing on a battlefield. You see enemies on one side and family on the other. This is Arjuna's predicament. Overwhelmed, Arjuna experiences a crisis of faith.
He throws down his weapons, paralyzed by doubt.
Arjuna's internal battle symbolizes our own struggles. We face choices, torn between desires and duty. Like Arjuna, we question the right course. The battlefield represents life's challenges. This chapter highlights seeking guidance in uncertainty. Arjuna turns to Krishna, his guide. We too can find solace in wisdom. The first chapter sets the stage for the Gita's teachings.
Krishna begins by addressing Arjuna's grief. He explains that the soul is eternal and indestructible. Death is merely a transition, a shedding of the physical body. This knowledge, Krishna emphasizes, is the key to overcoming sorrow and fear.
This chapter introduces the concept of Sankhya Yoga, the path of knowledge and understanding. Krishna explains the difference between the body and the soul. The body is perishable, while the soul is eternal and unchanging.
Krishna uses the analogy of a person changing clothes to illustrate this concept. Just as we change our clothes, the soul changes bodies at death.
This understanding liberates us from the fear of death and helps us focus on our true nature. The second chapter lays the foundation for the Gita's teachings. It encourages us to seek self-knowledge and understand the imperishable nature of our true self. By realizing our eternal essence, we can transcend the limitations of the material world and find lasting peace.
Krishna introduces Karma Yoga, the path of selfless action. We have a right to perform our duty, but not to the fruits of our actions. Attachment to results leads to suffering. Selfless action purifies the heart.
Imagine a farmer sowing seeds. The harvest depends on factors beyond control. Focus on duties with dedication and detachment.
Every action creates karma. Selfless actions liberate us. Offer the fruits of actions to a higher purpose for true freedom.
Section 5, Chapter 4, Jnana Karma Sanyasa Yoga, the Yoga of Renunciation. This chapter delves deeper into the concept of renunciation.
True renunciation is not about abandoning action, but about renouncing the attachment to the fruits of action. It's about performing our duties with a sense of detachment and offering the results to the divine.
Imagine a musician performing on stage. A true artist pours their heart and soul into their music, not for fame or recognition, but for the sheer joy of creation. This is the essence of renunciation in action, performing our duties with passion and dedication, without attachment to the outcome.
Knowledge and action are not separate but complementary. True knowledge inspires selfless action, and selfless action leads to deeper understanding.
This chapter encourages us to integrate knowledge and action in our lives. By renouncing the fruits of our actions and dedicating them to a higher purpose, we purify our hearts and move towards liberation.
Find joy in the process of creation and perform your duties with a sense of detachment and devotion.
Section 6, Chapter 5, Karma Sanyasa Yoga, the Yoga of Renunciation in Action. This chapter further explores the concept of Karma Sanyasa Yoga.
Both renunciation and action are essential for spiritual progress. True renunciation is not about withdrawing from the world, but about performing our duties without attachment to the fruits of our actions.
Imagine a doctor treating patients. A selfless doctor focuses on alleviating suffering, not on personal gain or recognition. This is karma sannyasa in action, using our skills and talents to serve others without seeking personal reward.
By dedicating our actions to the divine, we purify our hearts and attain liberation. True yoga is about attaining equanimity in both success and failure, remaining detached from the outcome of our actions.
This chapter teaches us to find balance between action and renunciation. By performing our duties with a sense of detachment and offering the results to a higher purpose, we can achieve both material and spiritual fulfillment.
Live in the world, but do not be attached to it.
Section 7, Chapter 6, Jnana Yoga, the Path of Meditation. This chapter focuses on Jnana Yoga, the path of meditation.
Meditation is essential for calming the mind and attaining inner peace. Find a quiet place, focus on your breath, and still the mind.
Imagine a lake disturbed by the wind. The surface becomes agitated, making it difficult to see clearly. Meditation is like the stillness that allows the mud to settle, revealing the lake's clear depths.
Through regular meditation, we can control our senses, overcome negative thoughts, and attain a state of inner peace and tranquility. Meditation is not about escaping from the world, but about cultivating inner strength to face life's challenges with grace and equanimity.
This chapter teaches us the importance of cultivating a regular meditation practice. By calming the mind and connecting with our inner selves, we can access a deep well of peace and wisdom within. Meditation empowers us to navigate life's ups and downs with greater clarity and resilience. Section 8, Chapter 7, Jnana Yoga, the Yoga of Wisdom and Realization. This chapter delves into the nature of the divine and the importance of seeking true knowledge.
There are two types of knowledge: material knowledge and spiritual wisdom. While material knowledge is important for navigating the physical world, spiritual wisdom is essential for attaining liberation.
Imagine a map and a compass. The map provides information about the terrain, while the compass points towards our true north. Material knowledge is like the map, guiding us through the physical world. Spiritual wisdom is like the compass, guiding us towards our ultimate destination, self-realization.
I am the source of all creation and the essence that pervades everything. Seek knowledge of the self and the divine. This knowledge is the key to liberation.
This chapter encourages us to seek spiritual wisdom alongside material knowledge. By understanding our true nature and our connection to the divine, we can transcend the limitations of the material world and attain lasting peace and fulfillment. Section 9, Chapter 8, Aksara Brahma Yoga, the Yoga of the Imperishable Brahman. This chapter explores the concept of Brahman, the ultimate reality.
Brahman is eternal, unchanging, and all-pervading. By remembering Brahman at the time of death, one can attain liberation from the cycle of birth and death.
Imagine a drop of water merging into the ocean. The drop loses its individual identity and becomes one with the vastness of the sea. Similarly, by realizing our unity with Brahman, we transcend the limitations of individual existence and attain liberation.
The paths of yoga that lead to liberation include devotion, meditation, and selfless action. By surrendering our ego and realizing our true nature as Brahman, we can attain lasting peace and bliss.
This chapter encourages us to contemplate the nature of ultimate reality and our connection to it. By remembering Brahman, the eternal essence, we can overcome the fear of death and live with a sense of purpose and liberation. Section 10, Chapter 9, Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yoga, the Yoga of the King of Sciences. In this chapter, Krishna reveals the most confidential knowledge, the Raja Vidya, the king of all sciences.
True devotion to me is the easiest and most direct path to liberation. By surrendering to me with love and devotion, one can attain my divine abode.
Imagine a child surrendering to the love and care of their parents. The child trusts completely, knowing that they are protected and loved unconditionally. Similarly, by surrendering to Krishna with complete faith and devotion, we can experience his boundless grace and attain liberation.
I am the source of all creation, the sustainer and the destroyer. Cultivate unwavering devotion to me, and I will liberate you from all sins and sorrows.
This chapter highlights the importance of devotion and surrender in spiritual life. By cultivating a loving relationship with the divine, we can experience profound peace, joy, and liberation from the cycle of birth and death.